As you can see, I am in my kitchen today, and I'm eating a little taco, and I'm dipping it in hot sauce because I'm hungry. And I also have garlic bread because garlic bread is good. And to drink, I have a cherry Dr. Pepper. Let's open her up, shall we? So good. And then for dessert, I have marshmallows. This is what it looks like to move out of your mom's house. I look like a midget, look at my hands. It's because it's my boyfriend's shirt. I'm gonna roll it up because, whatever, I don't care. But today's video is going to be a story time about the time I called the cops on my mom. Yeah. The cops. So, let's just jump right into the video. I was in Head Start, so like preschool, I guess. There's like two names, so I know it by Head Start. But I was in Head Start, and I went to a Head Start for like a year, and I hated going to school. I remember this. My mom knows this. Like, I hated going to school. Even like in high school and middle school, I hated going to school. And my mom would send me to Head Start every morning, and I would always make up excuses on why I shouldn't go. Like, my head hurt, my stomach hurt. I even told her one time I think that my hair hurt. My hair can't hurt, but little me was like, fuck, it hurts super bad, Mom, you know? And I would come up with every excuse not to go to school because I just didn't want to be there, right? And I hated my mom for making me go. So, one day, I was getting ready. I went through all my day at Head Start, and once I got there, I forgot about not wanting to be there because I had friends and I would play with them. But one day, our teacher would walk us up to like the bus and like make sure we got on the bus safely, you know. And so she took me to the bus, and then as soon as I like was trying to climb like those steps to get into the bus to take a seat, she was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. She's like, what is that right there? And I will show you guys my papas. I have this birthmark right here. It's a birthmark. It's not a hickey, not a bruise. When I was younger, apparently it was red and like a little bit of purple, so it looked like a bruise. And it's like a little like, I don't know, diagonal line, a little slice it looks like. And then my teacher was like, can you come to the bathroom with me? So I was like, yeah, let's go to the bathroom. And so I go to the bathroom with her, and she puts me up on this little like stool. I remember this day so clear. She puts me up on this little stool so that I could get up on it, like if I were gonna wash my hands because I'm small, you know. I was small, I was like 5. And she looks in the mirror and she goes like this to my chin. She's like, what happened right here? Because it was red, you know. And then I was like, I looked in the mirror and I'm like looking like, what happened right here? And I'm like, what happened? And so I'm like, oh, Miss, I'm not gonna say her name, Miss Fridge. My mom hit me with a knife. My mom hit me with a knife. And she was like, okay, like let's go back on the bus. And she took me back to the bus, and I went home. And I told my teacher that my mom had hit me with a knife on my neck, and that's why it was red like that. My mom, I've never gotten hit, like ever. Like my parents never like spanked me, they never hit me. Like I got grounded and got my phone taken away, but I never gotten hit because I'm a good kid or whatever. But I remember that day I got home from school, everything was normal. And then it was like 8 or 7, I want to say. It was kind of later in the day. We hear like somebody knocking on the door, and my mom opens the door, and it's a police, my teacher, and a CPS like worker, like the people that take the kids, you know. I don't know how to explain it, but there were 3 of them, my teacher, the police, and that lady. And they're like, oh, where's Maria Ortega? And my mom's like, oh, that's me. And she's like, oh, we need to come and ask you a couple questions. And my mom's like, about what? And then I'm in the background like, hi, "Hi, teacher," and she brings like I don't remember that much, so like a lot of that. So I just remember the police and my teacher and then the CPS, like social worker. That's what it was, social worker. They take me into my room. Hold on, I'm just sitting my hand for a minute. They take me into my room, and I remember I had little slippers on with cats on them, I think. And the officer asked me like, "Oh, he told me like, "Oh, I like your slippers," and I was like, "Thanks." And I was like a little scared because my mom wasn't in there, neither was my dad. And I was like, "Why are we in here?" But I still had like, I don't know, I was just scared, because I didn't know what was happening. And the police kept asking me questions like, "Oh, like, did you go to school today?" And I was like, "Yeah, I went to school." And then like, he asked me, "Oh, like, remember when your teacher asked you what this was?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And then he was like, "Oh, what is it?" And then I changed up my story. I'm pretty sure I told him that I fell. And then he's like, "Oh, so your mom didn't hit you with a knife?" And I was like, "No, I didn't even say that. Why would you assume that? That's my mom." And so like, obviously the police officer and like the social worker knew that I was lying, because my mom did not hit me with a knife. And so like, I think they put my mom in handcuffs. I don't even know. I'm gonna call her right now. Actually, give me 1 second. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm calling you off Joshua's phone because I'm recording my video for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And my video is about when I told my teacher that he hit me with a knife. How do you feel? How do you feel about it?
When you were little?
Yeah.
Where you were 4 years old and your teacher called the sheriff on me. So,
were you scared?
Yes.
Were you scared?
Yes, I was scared because they told me that was going to stay in my record for at least 1 year, and you were lying.
Are you mad at me for lying?
No. I don't know from where you got it. No sé de dónde lo sacaste que yo te había pegado.
Well, maybe you did hit me with a knife.
No, that was all in your head. Porque eres bien mentirosa.
Okay. Did the sheriff put you in handcuffs when he got there or no? I can't remember.
No, he didn't.
Oh.
But he told me that whatever he was filling out in his paperwork, because there was 2 case workers or state workers, whatever, that they went to the house. And they were all jotting down notes and telling me that that was going to stay in my record for 1 year. So I had to be really careful. Si tenía la maestra otra queja de mí, then that was not going to be good for me.
You would have got arrested?
Eh?
You would have got arrested if something else happened, or if I lied again?
Yes, I would have gotten arrested, yes. And be in big trouble. Yeah.
Oh.
Thanks to you, mentirosa. Because you're a liar.
Okay. I just called you for your side of the story, not to bash on me, Maria.
Well, casi me metes al bote.
But I didn't,
Yeah.
and it's fine, right? You still love me?
Eh?
You still love me?
Yeah. And even though that day, aunque estaba asustada, I was scared for you because they put you in a room. They put you to that room, to your room, and they closed the door. So you started crying, and the caseworkers were inside with you too, and they didn't let me go in the room. So you had 4 years old, and you were crying because you were scared. You didn't know what was going on. And I was in the living room. They didn't let me go in. And me dijo el sheriff, if you go in the door trying to interrupt our conversation, you're going to get in trouble. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? I didn't know what the hell was going on. All I knew is that when you got home from your school, you told me que en la escuela te habían pegado, o la maestra un niño te había pegado or something.
So I told you that a little kid hit me?
Eh?
I told you that a little kid hit me?
Yeah. And then you told your teacher que yo te había pegado a ti with a cuchillo.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah, well. But then you learned a lesson because you know that lying is not good. So after that, you got scared. You started crying with the sheriff inside the room. So when he went outside, talked to me, she said that you changed the story, que ella le estaba diciendo something else. So she knew you were lying. And that was the first and last time I heard you say a mentira. I don't think. Maybe you lied to me before, but I haven't caught you though. So.
Yeah, I never get caught. Okay. So yeah, I almost got my mom arrested when I was 4 years old. I thought it was 5, but apparently it was 4. But it stayed on my mom's record. I don't know what it was under, but it stayed on my mom's record for a whole year. So if she could have gotten a job somewhere, or I don't know. It was just on her record, but it's not on her record anymore. It's fine. But these tacos are so good. So good. And then another little fun fact, that teacher that like pulled me to the side and went to my house, one day at school I shit on her. Like I literally pooped my pants on that teacher. And I tried to tell my mom, because you know, in the beginning of this video I told you guys that I hated going to school and I would make up every excuse. And I would lie to my mom a lot, telling her that my stomach hurt or my head hurt or something. So that day my stomach really hurt, but my mom didn't believe me because I always lied. And so she sent me to school and I pooped everywhere in my pants, and I was sitting on my teacher's lap. And she had to call my mom and she had to go pick me up. And I still see that teacher now, and she still remembers me. She gives me hugs all the time. I'm just like, I took a poop on your pants, oh my god. But it's okay. It's fine. She had to go home too, actually, because it was pretty runny. I don't even know why I got one, because I'm already done eating and I took 2 sips out of it. But it's fine. But thank you for watching this week's video. I upload every Sundays at 7 or 8-ish, depending on how long it takes me to edit. Subscribe, like, comment, share. I'm sitting on a unicorn pillow, by the way, because I'm in my kitchen and it's hard floors, and I got no butt, so it hurts a little bit. But yeah, tune in for next Saturday. Thank you. Why don't you want me to wear this? Why do you want me to wear this? You can speak, it's fine. My boyfriend's flipping me off. I'm gonna show you guys.